on, YouTubers? Nicked Out Vapor back here with another review for you today. And today we're going to be taking a look at this all-in-one device made by IJOY. It is called the Mercury. Now this all-in-one kit is beautifully designed. Very nice brushed bronze finish on it with your resin panels. But we'll get more into that in the up close and personal camera. Let's dive down, check this thing out a little bit. We'll come back up on top and give you my pros and cons on this Mercury AIO device. Alrighty, and here we are in the up close and personal on this IJOY Mercury kit. Not much to go over on the packaging, so I'm just going to blow through this real quick. Explain to you what you get in the package. You're going to get a USB charging cable like in all other devices. You're going to get a manual that shows 10 different languages. And you're going to get 2 coil heads. One is going to be pre-installed that is going to be a 1.0 mesh coil. And your second one will be a 1.2 mount-to-lung coil. As far as the device goes, it's got that zinc alloy body to it with your resin panels on each side. Now these panels do not come off, and the panels have 2 viewing windows on them, one for your juice level and one for your airflow control. Your button is going to be on the front side. It is going to be a 5 clicks on, 5 clicks on style device. Now you are also going to have 3 little holes there that are going to be LED indicators for your battery life, and you're going to have this bottom LED indicator that is going to show you your voltage. On the bottom, your USB port, and at the top it looks like they made a cutout for a lanyard, but they did not supply one, which was kind of weird in my opinion. On the top, you're going to have a proprietary drip tip, which you're going to unscrew to get to your tank section. There is your drip tip uninstalled. Wish they would have made it to where you could have dropped your own 510 into, but we'll get into that later. This is going to be your tank section. Very nice design with the airflow control. You actually can get a very, very wide open direct-to-lung, or you can get a very tight mouth-to-lung, which I personally enjoy a lot. You're going to have your release little silicone for your fill hole, and it is a very, very small fill hole. I wish they would have put some kind of breather hole in there, because I have had juice come back up at me because there is nowhere for the air to release. As far as your coil goes, I do have some liquid in here, so I have to be careful that I do not spill this, but I will show you the way that this works. It is just like your normal style tanks. You're going to have your coil that is going to screw down into your airflow control, and then your coil will screw down into your tank section. I always recommend that you put a couple drops on your coil before putting it into your tank, but that is on you guys. If you do not put any kind of liquid on there, I would recommend letting it set for about 10 minutes before you vape on it, so you don't get any kind of dry hit. Even when you do drop a couple drops on that coil, I would still let it sit for about 5 minutes just to ensure that you do not get any kind of dry hits. Down inside of the device, you're going to have your contact points, which your tank section will drop down with your airflow control at the bottom, and then you will simply just screw in your drip tip like so. But that is about all I have to cover on the up close and personal. Like I said, very nice AIO design, but we will talk more about that on the top side. Let's jump back up on top. And we are back, guys, back up on top with the IJOY Mercury kit. One thing I wanted to cover real quick before we get into pros and cons is the fact that this is a variable voltage device. This bottom LED indicator is going to be your voltage indicator. All you're going to have to do is hit 3 clicks on that thing, and you're going to be able to cycle through your different voltages. Now, red is going to be your lowest, green will be the medium, and blue will be the highest voltage. These voltage ranges go from 3.25, 3.35, and 3.45. So with that said, let's go ahead and get into cons. Number one con is the fact that I feel that this thing is very, very underpowered for what I like. Not saying that you guys won't like it. If you like a cooler vape, then you may enjoy this thing a whole hell of a lot. I really don't know. It's going to be about what you like, not what I like. I just feel that it is underpowered compared to like my Orchid or my Caliburn or some of my favorite pod systems. But let's go ahead and get into con number 2. And that is going to be that you have to take your drip tip off to get into this tank section to change your airflow. Now, your airflow control is going to be a pro, and we'll get into that later. So with that con being said, it's not bad once you figure out where you want your airflow. But until you figure out where you want your airflow control ring set at, you have to take this thing off every single time in order to get that tank section out, then drop it back in once you try something new. Once you have it figured out, it's not bad. You just fill it up, drop it in, and keep it at your preferred. But I am going to list that as a con. Con number 3 will be the proprietary drip tip. While it is beautiful, it matches the resin on the panels. I just wish they would have put a 510 on here and been done with it. Con number 4 would have to be the mesh coil in here. I only had it for about 4 days and I had it burn up on me. And I just got to state that, guys. I mean, to me, that is a huge con. The Caliburn, I'm getting like 3 weeks, 2-3 weeks on a pod on that thing. It's just unbelievable how much of a coil lifespan that the Caliburn has. And the Orchid, I'm getting, anywhere between a week and a half to 2 weeks on it. So there's better options as far as coil life goes, in my opinion. Other than that, the button being recessed a little bit more than what I like it, but is subjective in my opinion. That would be about the only cons that I have for this device. So let's go ahead and get into pros. Pro number 1 would have to be the design and aesthetics of this device. It looks beautiful. It feels great. It is very pocketable. It is feels very good in the hand. It just looks and feels amazing. They did a hell of a job with the design and aesthetics of this device. As far as other pros go, pro number 2 would be the airflow control on here. Any kind of vapor can set their airflow control to their preferred on here. As far as your AIOs and kind of like pod system devices go. Now, you're not going to get a wide open vape like your, RTAs and RDAs and stuff like that. But it's going to be more like your restricted direct-to-lung vape like you get off of your Orchids, your Orions, your Nords, stuff like that. It's going to be comparable to that. But you can also fine-tune it to be a very, very restricted mouth-to-lung hit, which is a gigantic pro in my opinion. The fact that they figured this airflow control ring out to make it whatever you want to is a gigantic pro. So kudos to you, IJOY. I really enjoy the different settings on your airflow control ring. Other pros, I would have to say that this is 1100 milliamp battery inside of here. You can use this thing all day, especially with it being a lower voltage device. You should not have a problem using this thing all day long without it dying. Other than that, guys, that's about all I got. This was the IJOY Mercury kit. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like the video and throw a comment down in there letting me know what you guys think of the IJOY Mercury kit. Until next time, guys, keep on vaping and have a good day.